So we're
Hello,
live.
everyone. Hey, how are you? I guess we're live. All right, so this is Emmanuel, body code practitioner out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and work with a practice called Coding Alternative. I'm really excited because we have Poppy Sprague here, and we're excited because we're going to be doing a heart wall session today. And for those of you who are kind of brand new to the emotion code, I'm going to tell you what the emotion code is. I'm also going to tell you what the concept of the heart wall, which is a discovery by Dr. Bradley Nelson. So you guys are in for a treat to kind of see what it looks like to remove trauma from the heart. But first, obviously, I don't want to negate the fact that Poppy is here, and I want her to kind of, maybe you can share a little bit about yourself, kind of your background, and then let's just dive into some healing.
Absolutely. So just as we're talking, I'm just sharing it so that people can share with us. So my name is Poppy Sprague. I'm a psychologist, psychotherapist, transformational coach, and I'm an eternal student of Life for Life. And I happened to see something that Bradley did and shared it with my friend, so excited. And she sent me one of your videos giving us a synopsis of the heart wall. And I was like, I'm all over him, and got in touch. And what an incredible man you are. So here we are together to learn and share and be great. So I'm delighted.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited too. And like I said, it's a beautiful thing because obviously, Poppy, you're in California, right? Yeah, so you're in California, I'm out here in Las Vegas, and so people are wondering, the first thing is, how is this healing happening where she's over there, we're over here? But before we get into that, let's talk about, what is the emotion code? So let me just take a quick minute for all of you who are kind of brand new to it. Basically, the emotion code was created by Dr. Bradley Nelson. If you're very interested in this type of work afterwards, you want to look into the book, The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. You can find it on Amazon. Or there's also an emotion code app that you can find on the App Store. I think it's like $2, and you get the whole audiobook with all the charts and everything. So, but basically, he was a chiropractor for over 20 years, and he was looking for a way to help out his patients who were dealing with incurable diseases. So he looked into, he was just kind of asking from some help from above, and he found out that he needed to look back into ancient discoveries, which has to do with our organs being these frequency generators. And so obviously we're all frequency, right? Nikola Tesla said, one of the greatest minds of our time, said that, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think of everything as, frequencies and energies and vibrations. And so these organs that we have are creating these frequencies that create these energies, these emotional energies the size of a tennis ball to cantaloupe. And they can, as we feel these emotions, they process through our body. I thought it all came up from here. But I guess these organs are creating these energies, and we're feeling these emotions. Now, the problem is that if you have an overcharged emotion like deep sadness, deep anger, or deep frustration, these energies can get stuck near the organ or different links, weak links in the body. So, for example, liver is anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment. That's why when you tend to drink alcohol or a lot of caffeine, or you have a fatty liver, those things come out pretty readily as anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment. And so there's usually 3 symptoms of trapped emotions. Number 1 is it can irritate the tissues over time in the body. Number 2, it can create multiple body symptoms and multiple emotional symptoms like PTSD, depression, anxiety, and other emotional disorders. And the third thing is that it can also make you very reactive. So, for example, if you felt sadness at age 6, it's easy for you to feel sadness over and over and over and over again. Similar to Linkin Park, unfortunately, Chester passed away. He says, "Don't leave me in a room alone because, I'll just be there with my thoughts and I feel something over and over and over again." He was talking about trapped emotions. And so what's interesting is Poppy and I, we're going to do a session, and I'm going to energetically connect with her. Now, some of you guys are very aware of muscle testing, where you ask questions and your body is so amazing, this technology, that you can get yes or no answers. But because we're obviously long distance, I'm going to connect with her. I'm going to muscle test myself just using my fingers. And then typically I use a magnet. Actually, happen to have my magnet right here. And I would basically rub it on my governing meridian, which is from Chinese medicine. And it's kind of like the motherboard of the whole body. And so I would typically it goes from the upper lip all the way to the bottom of the spine. But obviously I don't have to do the whole thing. I can just kind of just run it just a little bit on the governing meridian, and it releases the energy from Poppy, which she's not going to mind because it's a negative energy, right? And so for those of you, well, what is a heart wall session? Just in 10 seconds, basically it's heart trauma. So all of us have probably heard of broken heart syndrome, where maybe your heart starts hurting or it feels heavy, or you feel kind of sad. What's happening is you're kind of like one step closer to having broken heart syndrome. And Dr. Bradley found out that you actually are moving energies from the near the organ area over around the heart to protect yourself from your heart from breaking. So it's one of the greatest discoveries in energy healing is this heart wall discovery, knowing that no one knows in the world what makes the heart like stop hurting when it's receiving trauma until now, where they have trapped emotions gathering in front of the heart, and then it protects the heart from breaking. Now the problem is, if you keep stacking these, you kind of lead to depression, anxiety, and PTSD and other emotional disorders. And at the end of our session, I'll tell you 5 of the common symptoms of someone who has a heart wall. And so let's get this started. So Poppy and I are going to just take 10 seconds in our mind just to kind of just ask for some help, that our session's inspired. So you can believe whatever you want to believe, higher source, creator, whatever you want to believe. And we just take a quick 10 seconds in our mind, and then we'll jump right into the heart wall session and just kind of go from there. Sound good?
Can I just say a thing a minute?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just mindful of the guys that will be watching from my world.
Sure, yeah.
You say for a moment, why would someone do this? Why would we sit down and why would it be worth it? Why would we be bothering?
Sure. Yeah, I think there's like I said, the 5 symptoms of the heart wall are these things. Number 1 is low immune system and low energy, right? And that's something, obviously, who doesn't want more energy? Who doesn't want a stronger immune system? Number 2 is a clarity of mission in life. See, a lot of us maybe mentally have confirmed that, this is what I want to do, but I don't know about you, but I would like to have more joy and elation in the process of my journey, and a confirmation from the heart that I'm doing the right thing. I really honestly believe that everyone has a mission in life. And, in high school, they don't say follow your liver, follow your kidneys. They say follow your heart. But unfortunately, if you have trauma in front of your heart, it's hard to do that. And so by releasing all these different layers of the heart, you actually start getting clarity of what you're supposed to be doing here. And then that's where the joy, happiness, elation shows up. Number 3 is that it's called desensitized heart. Now, if I ask everybody here, are there moments when you're in a relationship and your partner is giving you love and affection, but you're like, nah, like, do I even still love her anymore? Like, I don't know why. I just don't feel it as much. It's not filling up my heart. See, that's not her problem. See, that's your problem. See, that your heart is desensitized. The more layers it has over the heart, the more desensitized you are. And so you kind of have this numb sort of feeling. So it keeps you from being completely fulfilled in relationships. So I don't know about you, but I'd like to feel more love everywhere I go. How about anybody else? And then and then the 4th one is your love language can be lost in translation. So what that means is, Heart Math Institute has done studies where they've measured that these electromagnetic frequencies come from the heart, and it can actually be measured between 10 to 12 feet that affect the brain waves of someone else. And so, Tony Robbins always talks about how body language is one of the major ways of communication, but he's missing the heart language. And that we're actually, when you walk into a Starbucks, you're sending out these frequencies to people, and people are, when you speak to them, they sometimes hear something different. Why would they? Because there's trauma in front of the heart. So Dr. Brad says it's like a beautiful butterfly, good intentions and everything, leaves the heart, but then has to go through your depression at 6, your anger at 9, your frustration at 11, all these different traumas. By the end, it's kind of this strange looking creature that comes to you. And it could people hear something different. What happens after that? Miscommunication, contention, and like kind of more shallow relationships. So I don't know about you, but I want to have deeper relationships. I want people to feel the love I have for them. That's number 4. And the 5th one is abundance and wealth. You may be being held back with abundance and wealth because, look, there's 3 things that abundance is very attracted to, that type of energy. Number 1 is knowing your mission, mind, and heart. Knowing how to receive love perfectly and knowing how to give love perfectly. You have those 3 things combined, that trifecta, that's when abundance starts showing up pretty readily. So those are 5 reasons that most people, they probably can relate to those 5, but they would never say the culprit's a heart wall. So did that answer the question?
Beautiful. Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, so I was going to say it for the end, but I'm glad we brought it in the beginning for those of you who are just tuning in right now. And the why does matter. So I really do appreciate that. So so why don't we do this? Like I said, let's just take 10 seconds in our mind real quick and just kind of like ask for some help, ask for inspiration, and then let's just jump right into it. And the way it's going to work, Poppy, is I'm going to be muscle testing over here. And every time I find an age or emotion, if you do remember something like, you know what, and it could be like give or take a year, I know why I felt that emotion. Just let me know in like one quick sentence, and then we'll just kind of move on. Now, if you don't remember it, it doesn't matter. Like you'll probably remember it tomorrow, but we'll just release it. So what I love about this work is that you don't have to remember the memory to release the wall from your heart. So we're just going to keep on removing as much as your body allows us, and then we'll just end our session there. And over there, you might feel a lot of calmness. You might feel very relaxed. You might feel lighter. A lot of people at this point say, this has to be some type of placebo effect. But what's beautiful about this work is that I've worked with kids that are in different rooms or are in different states through the mother. And trust me, when the child wakes up from their nap and their food aversions change or their sleeping pattern changes, I mean, that's kind of that can't be placebo effect, right?
Back or me coming back, whichever one of us is not here. Wow.
And then also, as well as...
can anybody hear me? Put a 1 in the box if you can hear me.
Okay.
Where are we?
Oh, are you there? Did we lose...
oh, gosh.
I can still see you. Can you see me or no?
Good Lord.
Guess not.
Why is this happened?
All right,
oh, gosh. Okay, thank you, Paula. You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me send you
We may need to start this again then.
We do. Probably we do. Okay, guys.
Let me just communicate with him a minute. Either way, this is happening, folks. We're doing it. And I'm just going to share with you the process. We are going to share with you the process.
Yeah. So
bear with me. We may need to come off and on again, which means it will probably be bigger and better the second time around. So put a yes in the box if you can hear me. Oh, that's interesting, though, because I can't stop the live myself.
Oh, okay. I can stop it.
Hang on a minute.
Hold on.